Hey guys, we're talking sub pumps, how to install them, best practices, and we're doing that right now. Okay, so here we are in a crawl space that we encapsulated, and I want to go over how you properly install a sub pump. So after you dig a hole around here, now this basin is pretty wide. It's about out to here. So really, you must dig about twice that width of the basin around there, so you have a great stone aggregate that gets put all the way around. Once you have a proper basin in here, not a 5-gallon bucket, but a proper basin, you want to make sure that you have a good sealed lid like we do here. This is a clear one so we can see through. We can look at everything with our flashlight without having to take the lid off when we're doing our maintenance. But that's not always the case. A lot of times they're black lids. But if you need a really good quality basin at a reasonable price with a good clear lid, go ahead and hit us up in the comments below, and we can sell you some of ours. So one of the other things that's really important, on top of choosing a quality sub pump, which we'll cover in a different video, once all that is hooked up, you want to make sure that you have a good check valve. This is our clear view check valve. It's a quiet valve. You won't hear this very much when the pump kicks on and everything kind of quiets everything down. So the water flows up into here, and then it turns around and cuts it off, so it doesn't let the water that already got pumped out that's still in the line come back in, start filling up the basin. And the reason that that's so important is because you don't want this pump to run more than it needs to. Every sub pump has a certain amount of cycle life to it. So the more that it's running, the less cycles, the more that it's running, the more cycles that it goes through, and then the pump can get burned out quicker. So you definitely want to make sure that you have a good check valve in there, and this quiet check valve is definitely the way to go. Again, you can hit us up in the comments below if you would like to purchase one of those. We can get you taken care of. So make sure every time that you install a sub pump, or you're thinking about a sub pump, you're not using a 5-gallon bucket. You're making sure that you're getting a proper basin. You want it perforated. You want holes all the way around the basin, right? You want to dig the hole twice as big as the basin that you're putting in to make sure that you have a good amount of aggregate all the way around. Or I would say at least 24 inches would probably be really good. 12 inches kind of pushing it. You want to make sure that you have a lot of good aggregate. You want to have that DOT fabric put around there as a great soil separator, so you don't have that soil migrating into the stone and have the stone migrating into the soil. You want to make sure that stuff stays separated, contained, and you have a really good install. Another thing you want to think about in the future is putting a battery backup system on here, or dual sub pumps. So if you have 2 sub pumps, this one's only a single, but you can always put 2 in there. So if the first one fails, the second one will kick on, and if the first one gets overwhelmed, the second one will help pump out. The other thing that you can think about is the upgrading to the battery backup as well. So if your power goes out, you make sure that you have battery or power to the pump while the storm's going on, and to if the breaker can be flipped or the power gets restored. And the final thing is that we sell the Pump Spy Smart Outlet. This is an absolutely great tool for everybody who's already got an existing sub pump. Maybe everything's fine. Maybe you're a little bit worried. How do I know if the sub pump's working or when it's going to fail? And you don't want it to fail during the storm. So we sell the Pump Spy Smart Outlet, and basically that plugs right up into the receptacle that this is plugged into, right? And then you plug the power line into the smart outlet, and then you download an app on your phone that's free of charge, and then you turn around and sync everything up to your Wi-Fi, and then you have a 24-hour monitoring system to your sub pump. So that is also something that you can purchase through us if you wanted to, but that is the Pump Spy Smart Outlet. So all you DIY guys, definitely want to think about putting that, getting that installed when you install a sub pump. So I hope you guys like this video. We're going to do a lot more. We're going to really start gearing up to the DIY community, and also to teach contractors how to go from okay crawl space encapsulation guys to stellar encapsulation company. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.